My dogs are kind of infamous in the neighborhood, right? Here's a couple Facebook screenshots of that. So here's a picture of one of my dogs, Rocky, and let's go ahead and see that same picture close up. Anyway, so one of them got caught by the Animal Humane Society. They like to run off. Jack, our youngest pup, he's about 2.5 years old. Well, they caught him and they cut his nuts off, and it reverted him back to being a puppy. So now he's chewing on crap. See my hat? He's taking his revenge on all the hats in the house and my wife's bras. Which I'm okay with my wife having them hang out, but I mean, bras are kind of nice sometimes, and she's down to one because he's that kind of an a-ho. And if you don't know, you should buy bras and stuff for your wife or your girlfriend, because the better they feel, the better your relationship's going to be. Just, it's worth the money. But Victoria's Secret's probably considered home entertainment right now, so it might be open.
Quarantine date, March 22nd. People are dying. Toilet paper running low. Soon, we'll be out of fuel. This is the end test. The end is here.
So now we're going to go straight to doing some murder. Yes, crepe myrtle, right? You like them tall? They want it cut, and they want it cut about right here. So what am I gonna do? Boom! Chainsaw, knock that off. Now I'm gonna trim the bushes. It's been raining a lot, so there would normally be some ladder work on here. I'm gonna wait until everything dries up. So let's go ahead and get to this. What's up, everybody? I'm Kevin Hansen. This is the Lawn Care Juggernaut, and I woke up yesterday morning about 6 a.m. It is now 12:05 the next day. We knocked out 27 lawns and did a 2-yard mulch installation job. I haven't showered yet. I came straight in here after work and started editing because I'm that dedicated to bringing you good content. So please take the time to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on the channel. It really goes a long ways to helping out the channel, and I greatly appreciate it. So let's go ahead and get into this job. Okay, so in this job, as you can see, we're trimming these crepe myrtles way back, and I just want to be clear. I mean, totally honest with you, if you're new and you're worried about trimming stuff, part of it's just educating yourself. But the other thing is, you hear a lot of stuff about crepe murder and trimming crepe myrtles back. I've been doing this for years, and it's gonna be okay, all right? So you can actually cut these all the way to the ground, they're gonna come back new, okay? You can dig them out, they're gonna come back, all right? Crepe myrtle is a very, very resilient plant, and by doing this, you're not really gonna do any damage. So, all that said, anybody that's gonna complain about it, leave it in the comments and let me know you don't like it, but ultimately get over it, because you're not paying me. I did talk with my client and let them know, hey, this isn't the proper way of trimming them, but it's gonna be all right. And they said, okay, I'm not worried about it. I know, it's okay. So, as long as you're clear and transparent and straightforward with your client, there's nothing wrong with doing it that way. If that's what they want, do it. Around here, it's actually really common. You see it on commercial properties, residential, just, it's really common to trim them that way here. Hey James, what are you doing?
Oh, fix some up, yes.
I know, but really, what are you doing and why are you doing it?
Putting the cut-ins at this end, that way when we go to pull it out, it doesn't get caught on.
Okay, so when you're loading up material, if you have the brush side pointing this way, when you pull it out, all the sticks will catch on the trailer. If you have the ends, the thicker ends, that are cut, the base of it, towards the back of the trailer, you can just pick them all up together and pull them right out. If you stack everything correctly, you'll quit complaining about a dump trailer so bad. Hey, before we continue in this video any further, I want to let you know I'm going to be dropping new videos every Monday and Wednesday at 6 a.m. Central Time. Why Central Time? Because that's the only time that matters. I'm just kidding. That's where I'm from. I choose Monday and Wednesday because I heard they suck. I personally don't really take days off. I tend to work through the weekend. I try to break that habit. Take Sundays off, take time off with the family, but no matter what, I end up working. Whether it's sneaking in the office and doing some editing on videos or figuring out something for advertising, fixing equipment, I am always trying to do something for the business or something for YouTube. So please go ahead and take the time to just subscribe on this channel. And if you look right back here, that weed eater right there, that one, I'm going to be giving away in a video. I'm going to put the link to that video in the description, and if you go onto that video and you comment, you can be entered in to win that. I'm going to do a random drawing. We're going to go ahead and do that giveaway live on Facebook. Okay, let's go and get back to this job. You can see this holly bush right above me. I have a video from when we first started trimming these, and they look really rough, and they were pretty rough when I took them on. And up top, we're still getting them back in shape. Okay, I actually went back to this property about 2 weeks after this, and you know, we went up and we topped this so that we could get it back to shape. I would have done it that day, but the ground's pretty wet, didn't really mess with it. We ended up getting a lot of rain over that 2 weeks, so I ended up just bringing a ladder up, setting it on the side of the house, getting on top of the house, and trimming it from on top of the house. I try not to do that too often, but it's not that big a deal. If you have to do it, do what you got to do, and just make it look good. Do a good job for your client. Okay, so the trimmer I'm using in the video is the Echo PAS system, and the power head is a 2620. I don't have any sponsors, I just think it's an awesome piece of equipment. I do have a pair of Stihl HS45s that I like a lot. They need to go in the shop. I've gummed up the carburetor. They tell you to use pure gasoline. I just use 87 octane unleaded, and it's got the ethanol mix in it, and you know, I just take it as one of those things that every 2 years I'm gonna have to put a carburetor on whatever piece of equipment I'm using. And in all honesty, that sounds about normal. I don't rebuild the carburetors, I just have them put a new carburetor on it, because nowadays carburetors are made pretty cheap, and it's just as easy just to take it in and have them do the work for you. Service it, change the filters and all this stuff. As far as maintenance on your weed eater, I don't know about how Stihls are, but man, I beat my Echoes up, I beat my backpack blowers up, and I don't change the filter in them all year. I mean, occasionally as they start getting older, you might have to change the air filter a little more often, but I've noticed on this 2620, it's been 2 years now, okay? 2 years now. That trimmer just went into the shop. First time in 2 years, and I have beat that thing up. It's been my main weed eater, and I've definitely put a lot of hours running that weed eater, and I'm just now putting it in the shop. It's gonna cost me about $100, and you know, big deal. Now while it is in the shop, I went ahead and bought another 2620, okay? And lucky for me, while I was there, I got to meet a celebrity. So you'll see that in a future video when I get around to showing that one. I did not get a video with him, but did get to meet a celebrity, and that was pretty cool. This one's starting to get in good shape. That one's still ugly, partly because of the house, but I'm gonna come in a couple weeks and just get in there and actually top that. And I'd like to get it about to that same height and then start rounding it. I don't care about this angle so much, but this is the angle I want to look good. And you can see the top kind of has this weird Christmas tree shape because of that corner. Basically, we just want to take off this top triangle right there. That way we can start making a nice rounded shape like that one. It's all training. It takes time, and things have been neglected. They take time to heal, they take time to regrow. This is what we got in the trailer. That's pretty easy to dump. We can just grab it and pull it out. So right now, that's not bad. When you get to smashing this stuff down to make it fit, then it's harder to get out. So maybe you want to know how much I want to charge, because you're a lawn guy, right? And I've talked about this in other situations. I charge everything off time. In this scenario, I'm going to add a dump fee. Because the thing is, we couldn't have a mower, we couldn't bring one with us, which means we can't do any mowing. It's been raining, we don't really want to drop mowers right now, but that doesn't really matter. Regardless of that, I want to charge as if it was shutting down my day and we're doing these cleanups. So the best way to make money on situations like this, if you can, book multiple cleanups for a day. And that way you can fill up the trailer completely, go to the dump once, you get what I'm saying. And that is what I'm going to charge for trimming. And then we're going to stack a $50 dump charge. So we got time out there as well. Alright, we're wrapping up on this video, coming to the end of it, but I wanted to let you know there is going to be a part 2, and as you can see right here, I'm trimming this holly, and we are knocking off the top. There's going to be a part 2 where I do that, as well as cutting a tree down in the backyard, and even though it was a smaller tree, it had its own kind of pains and issues, so you might want to check that video out. It's going to come up next. So the word of the day today, let's go ahead and do Ranger. I also want to do a shout out to him as well with Handy Stars. Ranger and 365 Yard Care were having a live stream, and they actually gave me a shout out in there, and I wanted to do the same for them and return the favor. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in the next one.
Hey, I'll tell you what, long hair Juggernaut, I was watching that video of you and your wife. Yeah, man. That damn video brought a couple tears to my eyes. She's his wife. She right there with him. You know what I mean? It was a damn good video he put out.
Which one was that?
Juggernaut.
Oh God, yeah, I love Juggernaut. I like watching his stuff.